All right, so after nearly 40 years, Top Gun has returned to the big screen with
This movie franchise is older than me. Woo!
yeah, baby. So or 30 years, I guess, for the movie wise. But let me give you a little synopsis in case you don't know what Top Gun is. So, after more than 30 years of service as one of the Navy's top aviators, Pete Mitchell, or Maverick, call sign Maverick, is where he belongs, pushing the envelope as a courageous test pilot and dodging the advancement in rank that would ground him. He starts training some graduates for a special assignment, and he must confront the ghosts of his past and his deepest fears in order to lead a mission that demands the ultimate sacrifice from those who
No
choose to
way,
fly
bro.
it.
Tom Cruise is a Maverick. He's a Logan Pauler, bro.
You're gonna get so many views just from saying that. No, I'm just kidding. But of course, starring Tom Cruise, Miles Teller, and Val Kilmer, of all people.
The
So
shit.
all three of those boys I love. So let's get right into this. What did y'all think about this movie? Non-spoiler.
It was captivating. I
Good
did
word.
not want to look away. Like anytime they were in the air, I was just like glued to the screen.
Me when
I
I
think
watched
I,
that one scene in Men.
What?
I think I can like comfortably say this is probably my favorite action movie of the year so far.
That?
Oh, me too, 100%.
What other action movie of this year has there been?
Superhero movies.
Yeah, okay.
I
But
think a pure action. This is the pure action summer blockbuster of the year.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even put it a summer blockbuster. I'd just say so far this has been the best pure action movie that's came out.
No, I agree, but I'm saying if
I want to
like
say in a couple of years, honestly. Like this shit hit real
right.
hard.
no, I agree real hard. I agree, but I'm saying like out of the summer blockbusters that are going to come out, this one's probably going to beat them all.
I
Like
guess you
it's
could say
the
it
summer
flew away
blockbuster,
from the competition.
like a
I don't get it.
Maverick.
I don't get it.
Get it? Because airplanes and jets.
Funny. Lots and lots of jets and planes.
So we're doing cons first, right? Or pros?
Yeah. Cons.
Or, my
I guess
cons
I'll
are
start.
my cons are going into spoiler territory. So yeah, you can go ahead.
Mine are just kind of nitpicky. I mean, it just in the same way that you could say that it's sticking to the original formula helped it fit in the universe and feel just as good as the original. I feel like it did every now and then fall victim to some like just really basic tropes.
Corny.
Like
Yeah.
there's always like a love interest that's just like a tease the whole time, where it's like right there, but they just back away. Always
I feel
have
like it was kind
history.
of that's kind of typical for a movie like this, though. Like
That's
Top
literally
Gun.
what I just said. I said it fell into like a typical, like just a trope.
The old corny '80s, '90s movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't consider that a con
where
personally.
it's a hot shot chasing a love interest that air quote not interested, but just playing hard to get the whole time.
Yeah, I'd say that too. I like that it followed a similar structure to the original. It really helped with like fan service and stuff and parallel the original. But I didn't like how it worked. Like that's fine. But for me, I didn't like how it did that until like maybe the very end. They didn't change the story at all until like the very end. It was super similar
Yeah,
structure,
Yeah,
which is
and
fine. But
yeah, I mean it worked. Like literally, the original's a classic for a reason. I feel like it just didn't like it. It modernized it. It didn't reinvent it. That's what I'll leave it as. We can't hear you, Noah.
it did it in a way, in one of the best ways I've seen a legacy film do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is definitely like up there with some of the best sequels.
I was gonna say I'd argue it's the better movie too. It's a better movie than the first.
Mm-hmm.
Like heavily,
Anthony,
heavily argue.
your negativos?
I don't really have very many negatives about this movie.
All right, Noah.
Well,
What?
any,
I already said mine when I was bouncing off of you.
Okay. Positives.
Wait, actually, hold on. My only con is Miles Teller stealing all the ladies.
Bruh. My man had
Okay.
8 bitches.
All right. Pros, Anthony,
Why am I going first?
because you didn't
Because
have any
he didn't
cons.
say much at all, so.
Why am I going first? Um,
Proof.
so I don't know if y'all are gonna agree with this, but it was an extremely long movie, like over 2 hours. I forgot how much, but I think that it did it perfectly. Like I think it was. I'm glad it was 2 hours long. You know, I feel like any shorter wouldn't have had the same impact at the end.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean?
you thought the pacing was
I
good.
agree.
Yeah.
I'd agree, but I do have to say the movie flew by.
All right.
All right. Anyways, have you guys seen the behind the scenes video that they released on YouTube? It's a really short one.
No.
Which one? The one with Miles Teller? That's one I saw.
Nah, the one where they show them actually like filming scenes of the planes and stuff.
They kind of
Bro,
showed that on the Miles Teller one.
the cinematography on this is fucking crazy, bro. Like
No.
they literally put the camera in the cockpit, had the actors in actual fighter jets flying fast as shit. They'd put a cameraman in the valley underneath them and have them like actually fly by like 20 feet away from the cameraman on the ground. Like
That's
the
cool.
cinematography went to town, and it really paid off because you could feel like the energy of the planes flying. Like it was really immersive because of the cinematography in it.
Dude, I read about that too. It was Tom Cruise's idea. He was like,
Tom Cruise
let's
refused.
put him in fire planes and let's get their real reaction.
No,
Did
he
y'all
said he
know?
refused to sign on to do the movie if they did CGI planes like that. Like that
Did
was the
y'all
only
know
way they
what's
got
his
him to do it.
name? Not the what's the actor's name? The guy that plays the guy with the mustache.
Miles Teller.
Yeah, Miles Teller. He almost died during shooting because he was doing one of those scenes where he was like flying the plane and it was getting real close to the ground. You know, like there you get as
Mhm.
close as you can and like pull up. Like he was doing that, and he in an interview he was like, "Yeah, I legitimately thought I was gonna die."
Yeah, in his interview, I was it might have been a different one, but yeah, he was saying how nerve wracking it was. But then, like once you start filming it, it feels like crazy, like invigorating. Like you get a lot of adrenaline.
Mhm.
And I was like, dude, I can't imagine, dude, almost dying for a movie.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
crazy.
nuts.
I don't know about you, but that shit sounds lit as hell. Sign me up, Tom.
If it's this kind of movie, yeah.
Hit me up, and I'm down to film Top Gun 3 with you, bro.
Okay,
Tap me
imagine
up.
risking your life for a movie and then somehow you pass, like somehow something bad happens to you and then it's like a shitty movie. It's like a 10% of Rotten
Ah,
Tomatoes or something.
bro.
Dude, that would suck.
Thank you.
Get crippled for life making the next fucking, I don't know, a fucking
The next
Moonfall.
Netflix film. Poor that's sad. Anyways, is that all for you, Edward?
Yeah. Yeah, for the spoiler free, yeah.
Okay. I just want to say these are some of this is some of the best action I've seen because of the dog fights and the different angles and visuals of all like the flights, like whenever they're taking off, whenever even when they're just going through practice drills, like it had me on the edge of my seat. Even like
Yeah,
the end dog fights was freaking nuts.
Bro, that shit, I was like legit, like, edge of my seat. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, they fucking. Oh shit. No, they fucking didn't. Oh, fuck.
Legit
there.
holding my breath.
I'll save it.
You'll save it.
Yeah.
You know how when you're watching a movie and you just got your leg shaking uncontrollably because you're like, oh shit, what the fuck's happening?
I know exactly what you mean. No, it was kind of freaking crazy, dude. And then certain things would happen, and you'd like legitimately be questioning if that character was, alive or
Yeah.
not after that. It's just nuts. So even the practice drills, like I'm saying, were just nuts. So it was awesome, awesome movie. Highly recommend,
I would highly recommend as well, Anthony.
I would recommend.
but not
3
highly.
out of 3 hooligans recommend. 3 out of 3 hooligans highly recommend.
Yeah, baby, Top Gun.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, before we dive into our spoilers, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it because this shit is a certified hooligan classic. Next, um, while you guys sign off, make sure to click the link in the description. That way you can go follow our social media so you can be notified of any live streams we do, any upcoming events, and check out our merch store. We got brand new hats, a few new shirts. Go check it out.
The
Shit's
hats,
quality
the
mint.
hats are really, really cool.
Yes, you just wait till we get ours in the mail, and then we'll flex.
Oh yeah.
All right. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, spoilers. Oh God, I'm so glad they killed everyone. Ah.
All right, Noah.
You're gonna get that like one or two people that like didn't turn it off in
Believe it.
time.
And they're just like, fuck, damn it.
Why? You went into spoilers way too fast. Okay.
No. Wait.
What?
Oh, okay. Oh, cons or pros first? I'm sorry. It's always cons, right?
Guns.
Yes,
Okay.
because we like to end on a high note.
Okay. The only thing I have to say con-wise was it felt like Rooster kind of turned the other cheek really fast, in my opinion.
What do you mean?
Like he told him about the papers and stuff, and then he was just like, "Oh shoot, well I guess you're cool." After like all those years of hating him,
Well,
which is
I mean,
fine.
to be fair,
It's
I mean,
like
after you literally watch a man that you hate, like basically, as far as he knew, he was gonna like die for him. Like in the moment, like he threw his plane in front of a bomb for him. So I think after that, you have to be like, "Dap me up, bro."
Yeah.
No, not that. I'm talking about even before when Tom Cruise was made the leader, and then he was like, "Hey, Rooster, be on my team." And then before they flew off, he was like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry."
Well, it's also because it's like they've had a grudge against each other. Like they've had chemistry. Like they've been
They've known each other for a long time.
Now they have something that they need to.
now Maverick gets to pick anyone to be his wingman to literally go into a life or death situation, like possibly his
Mhm.
last moment of life, and he chose Rooster to go with him rather than someone else.
Because he trusted
Hangman.
him.
Yeah.
I gotta
What?
say, that's my boy Hangman though.
Bro, dude was the definition of a Chad.
Homie was goated though at the end. He played the role really well.
He said, "Let me at him! Let me at him!"
Dude, they had me believe it too because towards the end I was holding my breath and I forgot about Hangman, and then it came out of nowhere and I was like, "Hey!"
Other plane blew up and I was like, "Hey, yo, what the fuck? They're going to the moon."
It's funny. I was expecting him the whole time, and then when I was finally like, "Oh yeah, he's not coming," when I wasn't expecting him, that's when he did.
Same.
Yeah. The I kind of expected Tom Cruise to die at first though. I kind of just thought it made
I
sense
really
for his
thought
character.
same.
I thought
that's-
somebody was gonna die.
Yeah, no, legit, no one died.
I'm so surprised too. Like at first, I was like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna kill Bob. They're gonna make him the lovable nerd, and then he's just gonna get shot."
Yeah.
That shit made me laugh so hard. No, his name's just Bob. That's his call sign.
What's your call sign? Bob.
No, like no.
You want to know what it stands for? Baby on board.
He's got that Chad smile too. Phoenix was.
He
dope,
reminded me of Alexi in Stranger Things. That's why I was like, they're gonna kill him off. They made him the lovable nerd just so he can get shot in the stomach drinking a red Slurpee.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
Hans?
I was just gonna say back to Tom Cruise. I just thought it would have made more sense if his character sacrificed himself for everything, because then Rooster would have seen that sacrifice and.
I mean, he kind of did. He just happened to survive.
Well, he saved him, obviously, but like
he went fully intending to die. So
yeah,
Maverick was just crazy. He did so much stuff he should have died from. But no, he's cool.
All right,
I'm done.
I really gave my only negative earlier.
Me too.
Okay, well,
I will say.
Oh,
what?
I was just gonna say, if y'all are moving on, I gotta say one thing.
Okay,
I thought it was really funny how that new girl Penny, his love interest, and then like his daughter. At first, I thought they were. I didn't think they were from the first one, but at first I was confused because the way they brought him up, like he was like, "Penny, I haven't seen you in years," and he's like, and he even said that about his daughter, and I was like looking at around, and I'm like, are we supposed to know who those people are?
Right?
Like the way they played it off, I was like, I don't know who they are. And then I had to look it up, and I was like, oh, okay, good, they weren't in the first. I was like, I knew I wasn't tripping.
Well, see, I knew they weren't in the first. Whenever it was like, oh, a couple years ago, and they're like, oh, okay, and I was like, a couple years ago. This doesn't line up if this movie like legit took place like 20, 30 years later.
We missed Top Gun 2, bro. This is Top Gun 3. Nah, but that's it. I'm
Okay, wait. I did have one question, and it might be a dumb question, so don't roast me.
Oh, if you guys don't know already, Anthony didn't see the original, so.
So Maverick set back Rooster 4 years, right?
Uh-huh.
Why is Rooster still in that same class like 20 years later?
What
You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like
which same class? Like Top
with
Gun?
other people? Yeah.
No, he's just 4 years older than all of them.
He got set back, and then Top Gun,
Right.
they picked the best pilots from different classes, and they put them
Right. So
together.
he's just been chilling there the whole time, I guess.
Well, they
Yeah.
pulled him. Whatever he was doing, they pulled him out of it to go to Top Gun.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, not Maverick. Rooster.
We're talking about
Yeah.
Rooster.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how it works. It's not like a.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's not like
They pull him like per mission basis. It's not like an actual like thing.
Gotcha.
yeah.
That makes sense.
They picked the best pilots in the world. They think. I had a kick out of it whenever Maverick was taking him to school.
All right. I'm in pros.
So
Fucking soundtrack.
I don't have a specific pro, but I do want to say this is one of the few movies that I wish was a show. And when I say that, I mean like
You want to spend
just
more
while I
time
was
with
thinking,
characters.
like we're talking about Top Gun. I'm like, okay, after this podcast, like I want to go back and I want to watch more. You know what I mean? Like I wish
Mhm.
there's a show so that I had more to watch. If that makes sense.
You know,
It's excellent.
I was gonna say you can go and watch the original, but I do have to say this movie in every way possible is better than the original.
Yeah.
It like plays everything off from the original, makes it 10 times better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
This movie wouldn't be as good without the original, though.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. But I agree with you also, Edward. It's such an 80 action soundtrack. It's pretty cool.
Soundtrack slap, because like even the orchestral parts was like Danger Zone but orchestral, and I was like, oh shit.
I loved the first scene because it played
The
homage to the first scene
sequence
of the
was
original.
so fucking good, bro.
It did
I was
exactly
watching
what
it
the
and I
first
was like,
did.
all right, I got the vibes.
Yeah, like already going into it, you're like, all right, baby.
Keep in mind, I went into this movie thinking this movie was going to be dog shit. Like I
Really?
went in, I was like, this movie's going to be shit because most
Everyone-
legacy movies
Everyone's been
flop.
like using it.
What?
Well, I saw it pretty early, but
So,
I also don't really like. I try to stay away from reviews until I see it myself, and then I compare notes. But like,
Yeah.
I went in like because most legacy movies flop and just kind of kill the franchise, you know.
Yeah.
And I went in because it had been through so many delays too that I was like, damn, this movie's gonna suck. And it turns out Tom Cruise literally was like, no, I don't want it to come out until people are going back to the theaters. That was literally it. Like there was no production reason for it. It was just him like, nah, bro, don't drop it yet. Nah, don't drop it yet.
Yeah. No, I'm the same boat. Like I didn't look at reviews until after. And even then I only had a positive mindset going in because I heard it was like popping off at the box office. Like it was outselling a lot of crap.
Well, it's now his highest grossing like opening weekend movie
Yeah.
of all time, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, shoot, dude, this must be it's either really good or everyone loves Tom Cruise. I love Tom Cruise.
Well, the thing is, it's like the original Top Gun had like a huge like cult following. Like, it was one of those cult classics.
This is good. Yeah,
So-
that brings me into what I wanted to say. I love how much this brings together both generations because there was so many older folks that I saw in the theater, like more than y'all would usually see, and they were all smiling, clapping, like cheering on the movie, and it just makes me so happy because I'm like, oh, y'all love Top Gun, like y'all
Yeah,
were there.
I mean,
y'all watched the
and,
original.
like this is literally
It's so
worthy
cool.
of it being like one of those cult classics for like our generation too, because it's like it was really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It bridges the gap, and I thought it was just so cool because I know the older generation was happy about it.
It's crazy because you could watch like both movies back to back, and I feel like you wouldn't like it wouldn't skip a beat, and I feel like that says a lot.
Nope.
All right. So, y'all got anything else left to say?
I guess I have one more thing to say. I was just gonna say I think it had a perfect blend. Like this is the perfect example of like how to blend nostalgia with, and not let it overcome the film.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
because it did it so well. Even like Iceman, they could have had Iceman do other things, but they decided to sideline him, which is perfect. Like exactly this
Yeah,
the
I like how they
one or
give
two
him
scenes he had
minimal
was
screen
perfect.
time, but they were still able to show how important he was to the actual movie plot itself.
And to Maverick, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, bro.
That's a hard cut we're doing.
All right, motherfucker, just turn your ringer off.
That's a hard cut.
computer, I can't.
I know you don't
what?
got bitches texting you right now, so.
No bitches? Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right. Oh, that being said, ratings, boys, 1 to 10.5 decimals. Anthony.
9.5.
Noah.
9.5.
Well, now you guys are gonna make me feel bad because I came in thinking I was just gonna give it a 9.
Well, that's okay.
Well, I was actually because I went and watched it with my buddy, and I was discussing it with him after, and we were both like, "Man, there's like one or two cons, dude. There's not a lot of flaws in this movie." So I don't see.
I feel like that
I don't know.
even though there weren't a lot of flaws, I feel like it just wasn't as strong of a movie as it could have been. You know.
I can say that, but I don't know what I would change personally.
I would have liked to feel a little bit more of a connection with the love interest. I feel like that's what kind of bogs it down. It's like it feels like she was just kind of shoehorned in there to be in there, you know.
That's fair, but they also
Like I didn't have any kind of real good connection with her.
They couldn't get the original actress because, like, no offense, but she aged like really bad. She even said it too. She was like, "I don't think they contacted me because I look like this, like I'm just like really up in age." And she didn't age like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does eat babies, so.
The placenta.
I'll stick with my 9. So that's an average of what, 9.25, 9.3 something.
Yes, let me double check. 9.3. That is our highest kilometer score too.
Nice.
Hulometer.
9.3 from the Hooligans. It is a certified hooligan classic.
It's one of our best of the year. Seems like it.
So, if you guys stuck through our review this long, make sure to check out our description below. There we got links to our social medias. Follow us there to get updates on our channel and anything that's been going on, i.e. why we missed an upload last week. We don't talk about Bruno, so...
We don't.
All right, you can't sing. Now we're going to get copyrighted from Disney. Thanks. Now Disney owns the podcast.
They're gonna own it for a week, and it's gonna get like millions of subscribers.
And then they're gonna fire all 3 of us and not give us any kind of compensation.
Or they're gonna give us like 0.01%.
And be like, here's a couple pennies, boys. Knock yourself out.
Not each, altogether, 0.01%.
All right. And be sure, as I said earlier, check out our merch store down below. We got some cool new hats, some bomb t-shirts, probably the comfiest, smoothest, softest. I don't know how else to describe t-shirts. Wettest t-shirts that you could ever own.
All right. I think it's time to leave.
On that note, guys, make sure to say hi to your moms for us.
Peace.
Love.